I'd like to begin by giving the floor to Ilse Aigner, who has come here. I would like her to share with us today Germany's position on these big issues. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the opportunity today to discuss the issue of transparency, among other things today. We agree that price volatility on the agricultural futures market is linked to a lack of transparency on the agricultural commodities market and on the futures market in general. And that's why I'd like to thank France for having within the G20 presidency developed and ensured that we approved the action plan on food price volatility. It was a very important step, and we've also thus agreed on an ambitious package of measures with regard to, in order to combat the dangers of price volatility and its effects on hunger worldwide. The Mexican presidency followed on with this, and we've seen today that everyone is working very actively on implementation of the action plan. So we've really made significant progress. The action plan contains the Agricultural Market Information System, AMIS, and the Rapid Response Forum. This Rapid Response Forum is there for short-term policy coordination in the run-up to a food crisis. We must use this instrument in moderation in order to avoid any atmosphere of crisis which doesn't necessarily reflect the real market situation. And I'm very happy that we haven't had to use this instrument thus far. Within the AMIS framework, market data is collected and processed and published in market reports. The information system has now been initiated successfully, and that is not least thanks to the major commitment of France, which was the first country to take the chairmanship of AMIS. So we'd like to express major thanks to the very committed and careful work of the AMIS Secretariat, which is located at FAO. Since October, our American friends have taken over the chairing of AMIS, and I'd like to express my full support for their work, and I wish them every success with that. I'm convinced that AMIS will only be successful if the working bodies continue to concentrate on its core task, which is the improvement of market transparency. In order to obtain a complete picture of the market situation, AMIS is dependent, however, on information from countries, and that's why it is really necessary to have support from all member countries. Therefore, I'm making an appeal to member countries: support the work of AMIS. With the market data, you can make an important contribution to improving market transparency and thus ensure the successful outcome of AMIS. It improves transparency with regard to the physical markets, and we need more transparency also on the futures markets. And the policy must ensure that these market systems work properly and that we are protected from speculation. And so we have to be clear as to what kind of transactions are going on the futures market. In the action plan, we have demanded the appropriate regulation of markets, and we need position limits to be applied with regard to financial investors on the futures markets, and also information with regard to the frequency of trade, and in order to avoid any dangers on the physical agricultural markets. I think we have made a very strategic, properly functioning step towards this. In the European Union, we're already on the right track, and I'm confident that implementation will be completed in 2013, early in 2013. I appeal once again to all countries to support AMIS. We need this data in order to have full transparency. Thank you very much for this opportunity.